Hello, friends, and welcome to our very first day in the life vlog. Jeff typically wakes up before I do and starts with his morning practice, which consists of hydration, coffee, and some variation of mobility, meditation, and prayer. I think it's important to note as entrepreneurs who work from home, our day-to-days activities look quite different. However, we each have our non-negotiable practices that really ground us and create a flow and structure through our day. And those are our movement practices, meditation practices, our morning practice, and our evening routine as well. There are some mornings where I wake up with Jeff, although it's quite rare because I am not a morning person. As you will see in the following clips, Jeff comes and wakes me up. It varies. Sometimes I tell him a specific time, sometimes I don't. As I said earlier, it depends on what we have going on. And this is something I'm in constant exploration around. Whenever I do feel called to wake up early, it's interesting to see the way that my body is just like, all right, let's do this. And other times, for those of you who don't know, I was actually born asleep. And the doctors had quite a difficult time getting me to stay awake and to eat. So I almost feel like this is part of something that is in my DNA. However, I know that there's certain things I can do to change that. And for now, I'm in this season of just enjoying and waking up on my own time and terms. This is also one of my favorite little practices and routines that we have. Jeff comes and gives me what he calls a chi massage. However, this day it looks like I was needing some extra pillow movement going on. And I honestly just love this sense of childlike, playful energy that we often start our days with. There are days where I will hide and maybe scare Jeff before he can come and wake me up, which is always fun. So if you aren't already starting your days or having some kind of playful energy throughout your days, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. This morning I started by unloading the dishwasher, which we don't run every day, so this isn't like an everyday thing, and sometimes Jeff unloads it before he wakes me up, but I really enjoy doing this because it helps me kind of set the space and the tone for the day, as well as starting with my ginger, lemon, honey, salt, and water concoction that I love to have on mornings. And I actually stopped drinking coffee last year. However, within the last month, I realized that I can make a really delicious matcha, so I've started having caffeine a little bit, but not every morning. Sometimes most of the time I'll have it in the middle of the day, and my body seems to be okay with it. The caffeine in coffee is quite strong for me and gives me a bit of anxiety. So matcha and mate will do. I love the smell and taste of coffee. So sometimes I have a little cheeky decaf. It's very rare though. I am super conscious of how it affects my body. I didn't used to drink it every day, but I had really bad withdrawal symptoms, not just the headaches, but I had insane joint pain. If you are considering detoxing from caffeine, I highly recommend it. Even just taking a break, it feels good. And I'm also prepping some strawberries so that they could be eaten before they go bad. And truth be told, I'm probably stalling because we are training for a 25K and I am supposed to be running 5.5 miles this day. So that's also what's probably at play.
Time for a run. Today, I am going to run a half marathon distance, 13.1 miles, maybe a little bit more. We're training for, I'm gonna do an ultra marathon, a 50K in Finland. Ruby's gonna do the 25K with me, or she's gonna do the 25K herself. And she's gonna join me on the run a little bit later. I thought I'd share with you before I start running, nutrition-wise, you might wonder what am I gonna eat running half marathon this morning as a training. Got a banana here and some organic beetroot juice. Beetroot juice is awesome.
here I am probably about a mile in, and I've loved using the training for this race as a way to practice embodying following my plan and not my mood. By this point, when I was done, I had had a smoothie, and I am preparing to have a what I call juicy, full body, everything kind of shower where I do a facial, wash my hair, probably put a hair mask on, and get ready for the day ahead. I'm sad this is the last little bit of this mask that I have. And I'm doing an everything shower today, so it's only right that I start with this. At this point, it is probably around noon, and I am getting into some work things. It looks like I am working on a PDF for a new offering called Reconnection Ritual, which will probably be available by the time this video goes up, if not within the next week. And I will leave a link with all of the details in the description below. And in the following clips, you'll also see Jeff getting into his own work things in the room upstairs. There are times when we come together and we mastermind, if it's either holding space for one another for different projects that we're working on, or we come together and work on collaborative projects that we have going on. And this day we were working separately. It just seems to help our focus and flow as we both have a different approach to working. And then it is probably like 1 or 2 p.m. here, and I am getting started on lunch that we enjoyed very much. This is something I also enjoy about working from home, is being really intentional and present with each meal and really every activity. Ready to eat deliciousness? Mm-hmm. Thank you for this food.
Thank you for this.
For this day.
For this day.
For this roof over our heads. For the warm water we got to shower with today. Amen. Delicious. Matcha.
I don't have a problem with chocolate.
You got it.
I have a relationship with chocolate.
What kind of relationship?
Codependent relationship. I love chocolate.
More than me?
No. That was a trap. Well, but let's see the kind of chocolate that
Let's see.
Let's see. Look at that good chocolate.
Look, he's got a whole bag.
This is our bag, and most of that's yours.
How long does it last me?
Until I get you more. From the UK.
Or from the States?
That's right.
We're gonna share that one?
Nope. You have plenty of your own chocolate to beat, and I get other chocolates so that you can get busy with your chocolate, and I have some chocolate because I don't have permission to eat your chocolate, even though I got it for you.
He gets a whole bar for himself. Look at him. Yeah, take that deep breath, boy.
Mm.
We ended up getting into another workflow session and then getting groceries, and we did not record the rest of the day. However, I hope that you enjoyed following a day in the life with us, and if you take anything from it, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. And I hope that you create a life that lights you up and brings joy into every area of your life and every interaction that you have with the world around you. Much love, and see you in the next video.